Peep the Trump wants you to like and subscribe, or he will build a wall around your house. Man hospitalized after putting 15 boiled eggs up his nose. So, his limit is 14. The official mascot for the 2022 World Cup. The ghost of immigrant sleeves. You can choose a superpower, but the first person to reply can choose a side effect. Everyone I love loves me the same way I love them. Testicular answer no matter what. Django Unchained. Leonardo DiCaprio. Every M word he said. Leo. Love the enthusiasm. But please stick to the script. Surprised my wife with a golden retriever puppy for Christmas. I brought my wife to tears by surprising her with another wife. What situation is completely different if you have an correction? Being cultured for information. My dad just sent me this to prove he has hair. Jada after the Oscars. Jada Smith, if the joke was about Will, even got the same haircut. A squirrel violated my pumpkin. He will never be the same. A squirrel sure. Neighbor's name is Squirrel. Martin Squirrel. He's into agriculture. My dog got a little angry when you take your dog to the vet. Before year 1788. After year 2018. Now your dog may hump your leg, but he'll never finish. Ultron was the most accurate depiction of a villain ever. Dude looked at all of the internet for 3 seconds and immediately decided the world had to go. Beetlejuice and his wife. Baby Juice. I'm going to tell my children this was Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Luang Foye. 109 years old Thai Buddhist monk. Bro on 1 HP. I want to buy something. What should I buy? No Slex toys. A sleeve. No Slex toys. Saying duck when you're in pain can boost your pain tolerance by as much as 33%. But saying pain when you're ducking can reduce the amount of Slex you have by as much as 100%. Oregon man driving stolen car crashes into woman driving another stolen car. This is the romantic comedy I want to see this summer. Latitude 0.0 longitude 0.0 is the spawn point for the old people. I'm going to make a mob farm. It's nice to know that Will and Jada respect each other so much. They spend their time slapping the cheeks of other men. People calling me sexist. Me who's not sexist, because sexism is wrong. Being wrong is for women. And I only hit them with my left. Cause women don't deserve rights. Bro, I love you for this. Please don't look at mine. Your username is above your head for the rest of your life. How screwed are you? Oh no, what have I done? If you're in a bad neighborhood, for the love of God, stay in well-lit areas. The shortcut through the alley will cost you more than the time it saves. But I wanna be Batman. You pull that stunt, and you're not gonna be Batman. Your kid is gonna be Batman. What's a piece of information you learned that now feels almost illegal to know? It takes 3 full rotations to remove a human head due to the skin's elasticity. I wish I could unlearn this. In just 3 short rotations, that would be possible. Mrs. Mug, you've gotten me so wet. Me, grabs mug by handle. Mrs. Mug, ah, so rough. Me, pours in powdered milk and stirs in cream with spoon. Mrs. Mug, you filled me up so much and you're still stirring my insides. Me, takes a sips. Mrs. Mug, oh duck. Mr. Mug never does this. Why did this give me a Rona? Let's fep together, brother. Ex-cons of Reddit. What's the most terrifying thing you saw inside of prison? A dude got 2 full kettles of boiling water poured on his head, and a converted murderer explaining how he killed, dismembered with an angle grinder, then disposed of the body. It must have been tense waiting for that kettle to come to a boil for the second round. The skull of babies. Jesus. Imagine punching a baby in the face and all those fall out. Yay. Fresh Tic Tacs. Why are boys so against wigs? Imagine if Yaman came home and just hung his muscles up in the closet. Will Smith apologizes to Chris Rock after slapping him at the Oscars. I was out of line, and I was wrong. I don't get all the hate. Will Smith is a real one. I could never defend someone else's girl like that. Someone just ducking, drew Gandalf in a suede chair, no big deal. Or someone has the weirdest ace ever. The wildest artists tend to be surprisingly nice, friendly people in person. An artist is painting flowers and pretty landscapes. Those are the ones to watch out for. And be very afraid of those who failed art class. When you're trying to back off, but your dog won't leave. Why do you need to back off when you have a dog? What body part do you like the most? A functioning brain. Delicious. Will actually laughed pretty hard at the G.I. Jane joke. What do you think Jada said to set him off? I ducked Chris Rock too. What is the worst male name? I went to high school with a kid named Gabe Horn. Say it out loud. Feminism is just a long con by the patriarchy to allow men to take their final form as stay-at-home gamers by convincing women that taking on more responsibility is empowering and liberating. She knows too much. I fully agree. Ladies, fight the patriarchy. Get back in the kitchen. Ex-cons of Reddit. What's the most terrifying thing you saw inside of prison? When an inmate ate another inmate's nut. Every time you hear the term fossil fuel on the TV, radio, news etc., you're being lied to. In 1892, at the Geneva Convention, the smartest man in the oil industry J.D. Rockefeller paid scientists to call oil a fossil fuel to induce the idea of scarcity in order to set a world price for oil. The truth is that oil is actually the second most prevalent liquid on Earth next to water and regenerates within the Earth faster than it can ever be depleted. Water and oil are the most prevalent liquids on Earth. Pathetic. Give me a weekend. Pan and my favorite cram socket and I prove them wrong. Afghanistan. No Osama bin Laden. No, I don't have enough monitor space. What's the hammock under the desk for? A pet or your legs? Did you not notice the wall banner? It's for his sister. Seems fine to me. People. Hitler and Stalin killed the most people in history. Noah not letting anyone on the ark. Of course he let people on his boat. Where did you think he fed all those animals? Robotized insects may search collapsed buildings for survivors. They can detect movement, body warmth and exhaled carbon dioxide. Imagine you're under the darkness and weight of rubble, and you feel a roach crawling over your face. Then it whispers you're safe now. Doctor stunned by baby born with 2 heads, 3 hands and 1 torso. Elden Ring boss. How it started. How it's going. Now she even try to look like Pac. Wow. John and Yoko, 1972. Can't imagine celebrities at their scale these days casually biking around New York City getting hot dogs. No. They'd probably get shot by some psycho far. How are you? Sensually. Add the word sensually at the end of a sentence. Let's see how weird this gets. I'm sorry to hear about your father passing away. Is there anything I could do? Sensually? Chris Rock isn't pressing charges against Will Smith for Oscar slap. You can duck his wife. You just can't duck with his wife. My chihuahua shakes when we are cooking pork as it's his favorite food. When we give him a pork bone with some meat on it, he gets a Rona and starts crying while trying to find somewhere to hide it. Dogs are weird. What? Yo, can you update us? Super curious LMFAO. What part of that comment implied or even suggested anything that would require an update? His dog gets a Rona when he gives it pork. The end. Done. What kind of update is it you're looking for? What was the worst stink your ex had? Sleeping with other guys. Saw your stunt at the Oscars, bro. That was a butt chase move. Will? How do I get this to stop? Turn on the burner. Mouse gave birth in my humane trap. What the duck do I do? Since you were using a humane trap, I'd assume you had a plan for what to do if you caught something in it. Do that. Edit. OMG, thanks for the awards. And mom said all my cold logic would ever get me was dying alone. Soup it is then. Too long didn't read. I've Pavloved myself into getting a Rona whenever I taste coconut. I don't think you ducked up. I think you unlocked a perk. My wife and I had their son with a guy and now she's pregnant. I don't know what to do. I know it's his because I got snipped 4 years ago after our third child. I don't even know how to approach the conversation with her. A condo was used. Without going into detail, I know how it happened, and it was kind of my fault. You took his load and went down on her, didn't you? How do you all dispose of the crap? Leave it in on my sister. Although my mom keeps telling me to wait until after she's born, shaking my head. The duck. Great, now I want to duck a spider. Go to Australia. The spiders are big enough to duck. I thanks my dude. Except for the fact that it's spiders who does the ducking. Exactly. Nintendo has ducking ruined Mario Kart. They took my ace, I can't shut. Say something in English, and I'll say it in American. School. Shooting range. What do you normally think about while baiting? Usually slacks, but sometimes hamburgers. I remember when my late husband and I went through a tornado when we lived in Oklahoma. We really thought we wouldn't survive. To brace for the worst, we held each other and then I inserted his fat cock into my hole. We believe this is when we conceived our second child. God bless. Describe your sensual life using a Star Wars quote. Every single one of them. And not just the men, but the women. And the children too. Would you curb stomp a baby to death for $1 trillion? You guys are getting paid? I'm toxic as duck. I get honey during arguments. Who doesn't? Even with your parents? Especially with. What's a scientific experiment you'd be fascinated to see the results of, but could never be conducted due to ethical concerns? How many people would I need to throw off the Empire State Building before the pile is big enough for them to survive the fall? You would have to do this multiple times to get the right data, as people survive things differently. That's why the building has 4 sides. My ex-girlfriend just sent me a track made of her moans while having sex with her new boyfriend. Release it to Spotify. Dumb butch ASMR. Make an instrumental version too. I would look forward to its release. Who knows what this is? A teachable moment for an overly curious child in a car alone. I can hear my sister ducking her boyfriend right now. What do I do? Kick down the door and say player 3 has entered the game. Dying by heart attack while baiting has to be one of the most embarrassing ways to go out. Have you ever heard the legendary tale of the guy who almost drowned in human shut? Couldn't be me. I'm eating my way out to there. How do I delete my brain? How do you show your girlfriend or wife that you really love her fatty bits? Don't call them fatty bits for a start, LMAO. Hey girl, you have some awesome blubber. Walrus making noises. John the type of guy to say Netflix and chill and watch Bambi on Disney+. Arthur accidentally hits John in the face. Arthur's mind doesn't know whether to say I'm ducking sorry or are you okay. Arthur, are you ducking sorry? John holding back tears. Why? I'm ducking you, okay? I once got with a guy off a sugar daddy website who had 2 main stinks. Water sports and long foreskins. I kind of understood where the latter came from, as he was culturally Jewish and therefore circumcised. But I found it really quite awkward bragging about the length of my foreskin. You know? How do you even? What? Oh yeah. I got a bigger foreskin than you. I could use this thing as a sleeping bag. That's how big it is. Mine. Reality is often disappointing. Describe your sensual life with a Marvel quote. I'm sorry little one. r/Cursedcomments. Roast me. Your mom wishes for a folded flag every Christmas. How did you find out your significant other was cheating on you? My pet Farad ran under her bed when I was visiting and came out playing with a condo wrapper. Good boy. Lol homie, got your back. Yes. Who would win? Every creature in Australia. Every Florida man. They would breed. I hate how this is a viable option. SLPT. If something terrible happens and you're really sad, simply embate. Embation releases dopamine, which is the feel-good neurotransmitter allowing you to quickly change that frown upside down. Fep the sad away. Funeral's about to get real awkward. He literally brought Elden Ring to the delivery room. He is trying to simulate the same pain you're going through. Bro, actually what the duck is that guy's problem? Like literally all the 4-year-old kids on TikTok follow this guy. When you are mentally 4 years old you will attract 4-year-old. Noted. Wait. r/cursedcomments. Men of Reddit. Have you ever stopped having sex midway through? And why? Yes, heard a loud noise in the next room. Her brother was attempting seaside. The ceiling fan couldn't hold his weight. Is it true embaiting to people you know / around you makes it more enjoyable? Please make sure you only do it to the thought of people around you. Embaiting to people around you may not be to everyone's taste and can lead to being removed from the dinner table. Opinion is like a nut, it's okay to have one, but don't force it down people's throat. And girls don't have them. Is it possible for animal to be attracted to a human? Basically in reverse best reality type of way. I hope so. Or what I did to that dog was Rick. Shout out to England for trying the vaccine first. Well, they don't have rights in England, so they probably didn't have a choice. You're not even allowed unpasteurized cheese is the USA. Don't tell me you rights. The only rights you have above and beyond the UK is the right for a person with a room temperature IQ to buy a gun. Start modifying random genes to see if we could create superpowers. Shut we got answer man again. 14 female super honey right now, anyone wanna chat? 14 female? Yeah, 14 feet underground. Name a game everyone likes but doesn't impress you. Life. Totally a good Samaritan. Me after giving a homeless person my house with countless dead bodies. Free house plus free food. Free selects too. Will you push the button this time? You can push as many times as you want. Will you push this button? 1 chance of $1 million. 1% chance of becoming a girl. 98% chance of killing random 100 people. Oh, soothing as go BRR. Employee. My nuts are drained. Puts up shake machine is broken sign. I'll volunteer. For the kids. r/cursedcomments. You wake up with the ability to make people awesome on command. How do you wield this power? I'd start a religion. Imagine the power you'd gain by granting people religious ecstasy when they pray with you. First catty I ever ate was when I was in 8th grade and she was in 7th. If I still replay that in my head, is it mental child photography? Maybe don't talk about that, bud. Andrew Garfield's lens was torn by Electro's lightning in #Spider-Man No Way Home. Somebody in some other similar post Dead Ace said it's a reference to how he cricked Gwen's back. Will you push this button? 99 chance of $1 million. 1% chance of becoming a girl. Worst case you get $1 million. Nice. 77% of manga authors are women. But the manga made by those 33% men are far better than those of 77%. Quality over quantity. Me trying not to smile while my uncle reaches his wallet from his pocket. Alright kid. $10. 1 hour. Let's go. I haven't got all day. Unzips pants. Daniel Radcliffe broke more than 80 wands while filming the Harry Potter movies because he would use them as drumsticks. And Hermione as a dodo. It's funny that vegans still drink water like bro, that's a fish's house. Water's a renewable resource. So does animals. Just thought I should warn you all. You all better hide your girl. My mom says I'm a handsome boy. I ain't got a girl to hide, brah. Wait, so hiding girls in a basement isn't a normal thing? Of course it isn't normal. You should hide both girls and boys for gender equality. Asukabot, how did you feel the first time you killed a child? Like firsts, good or bad? They're always memorable. Doctor said that I have 2 months to live. So I killed the doctor, and the judge gave me 20 years of life in prison. I'm an alpha kid. What's your favorite fact that doesn't sound true but actually is? A tumor is able to grow teeth and eyes. Average temperature in Japan, 1900, 1925, 1950, 1975, 2000. You could call it a boom year. How did black baby come from white parents? They got a shiny. The word daddy has been so sensualized that my kids are gonna have to call me bra or some shut. I wasn't allowed to call my dad daddy ever. It was always dad this is also when I was like 5, and I just remember him saying, don't call me that. It sounds creepy and weird. I'm 5, sir. What if a make-a-wish kid say he wants some catty? What they gon' do? The more ducked up part is, are we giving them an adult? Or are their kids waiting to help out? What's the difference between depression and your ex? Depression ducks you harder. I didn't beat depression. What is the most unrealistic thing about Palm? Being 18 for 10 years. If you were an animal, what animal would you be and why? Take a guess. You all remember when X asked his mom to pop a pity out for his live stream. Dog, when was that? Before he died, I think. Well, obviously Nick.